Let us look at the bubble chart. This again is a very common visualization that has been used by industries for a very long time. And this is a little bit like the XY scatter, but what we want to do is we want to create a packed bubble chart that looks like this, right? So it's a bunch of small circles all squeezed together where the size of the bubble is representing the the volume of measure that you have kept in, which can be the sales, profit, or quantity. So we want to select the packed bubble chart. There are two options available here. Now, both of these have a paid version. That means that while we can use some of the features are hidden behind a paywall. For my current example, I want to choose the bubble chart by Aquilon. It's very, very simple to work with. I want to keep my segment in cluster name, sales and value. And then finally, in my bubble name, we will keep our subcategory. So if you notice, we get three different big bubbles. So each one of these is the segment. And then within each of the segments, we have all the subcategories that have been presented. If I remove my segment and I keep my region here, now because we have a very large number of regions, the packed bubble appears like this. Even if you don't keep a cluster, then all the bubbles appear. So theoretically, if you keep the customer name, it should still work, right? It's a different matter that this might look very colorful, but it doesn't really make much sense because nobody's going to hover their mouse or each one of the customers to see the details. But do remember that if you keep a slicer and you probably keep the market in it, by clicking on one of the markets, the packed bubble will also change dynamically. Even so, I think there are too many bubbles here and it doesn't really make much sense to show this. This was just as an illustration to show you that it can plot a very large number of bubbles, but you might not want to do that. So let me replace this with something more appropriate. For example, my subcategory. And in our cluster name, if we keep our shipping mode, we get this. In formatting, you notice there are some premium settings available, but we can always go ahead and change the data colors. You notice that there is no option for an advanced conditional formatting on the data colors. You will have to change it manually, which of course will take you a lot of time. But if you really want to have colors of a certain order, then you have the option to do that. We can turn off the label settings as well. And in cluster data colors, again, we can change the colors to suit our needs. Let me see what is there in common settings. We also have padding here. So we can increase the padding a little bit in case we want the spacing between the bubbles to increase a little bit. I think 10 is the maximum padding that you can keep.